Hey, kumbaya. Bitches is trying to do shit for TV. At the end of the day, I feel like you're trying on my mic. No, because you didn't want that. Because you didn't want that. Yes. Okay, stop. Okay. Get out. Get out. Come on. Get out. Come on. No more.
Baddies Africa, episode 8, titled Chain Reaction. I hope this is not about Tavii Babii getting the chain. Oh my gosh. A couple people corrected me in my last episode. They said Tavii Babii did not talk about Cole Killer's kid. When Tavii Babii said, literally, you drove your car into a lake with your kid in it, she meant that more as like a metaphor. And so I didn't get it, and I wasn't the only one because a lot of people on Instagram also didn't get it. But apparently I stand corrected. She did not talk about Cole Killer's kid. So that was kind of a misunderstanding because Cole Killer thought she did. And that's why Cole Killer said, F your son, In my defense, she said literally driving your kid, So like when you use a metaphor, you don't say literally. Literally means something literally happened, So that's my defense. Anyways, let's get started with the show. Okay, so it starts off, the girls are packing their bags. They are leaving Cape Town and they're on their way to Johannesburg. Scotty's gonna talk about I'm gonna miss everything, the culture. I say, what culture did you experience, Scotty? Y'all didn't do nothing except for fight every single day. You didn't experience any African culture at all. That's why I literally said this show could have been filmed anywhere at this point. Nobody try to dare say that African safari was African culture, because that's crazy talk. Whoa, wait a second. They're showing some text on the screen. When they do that, something serious happened. Last time they did that, Summer was out for the count. So it says, upon arrival to Johannesburg, Scotland had a medical emergency and was taken to the hospital to be checked out. So they literally show Scotty like in the hospital getting checked out. So she was saying like her chest was hurting and all that. And apparently it was an anxiety attack. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. That's actually really crazy. And that's actually really scary to have to go to a hospital in a foreign country, especially Africa. No tea, no shade, because I'm African, so I can say this. You know what? I better keep my mouth shut. I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. They're separated into two different vans. The Pretty Three are talking about Natalie and how Natalie did not take any time to get to know them this season, which I thought like that was the whole point of not having OGs versus newgies anymore, was that there wasn't gonna be no favoritism. But apparently it sounds like there's still favoritism going on. On the other van, they're asking Tavii Babii like, how do you feel, girl? Because you had like multiple rounds and Tavii Babie's just venting. Her and Cole Killer fought it out as they should because they were having problems, but Ivory was being a weirdo, getting all up in the middle of that. And I feel like Tavii Babii needs to handle that with Ivory, because Ivory was showing too much favoritism, trying to train Cole Killer, breaking up the fight, putting Tavii Babii in a headlock. And right before that, like the scene before that, Ivory was sitting there consoling Tavii Babii, talking about something. It's okay, let me fix your hair. That's why I was like, girl, you are not neutral. You're trying to act like you're neutral, but you're not. Clearly you picked a side. I really hope Tavii Babii ends up calling Ivory out. Lex just kind of says out of nowhere, like, you were talking to Fauna and you guys were laughing. And so apparently this happened off camera, because I was like, wait, what? I didn't see that. Another thing happening off camera, and it's gonna be the reason why they're gonna fight, which is funny. Like, how many things happen off camera that is like on camera we see the end result of it, them fighting? This is the whole point of trying to have storylines so that things make sense. Like, anyways, Tavii Babii, anyway, she's explaining to Lex and Dolly. She's like, listen, I just had like a dialogue with Fauna about what happened. Like, Dolly's gonna say, so y'all cool now? Lex said, that's what it seems like. I'm just like, why do you guys care? Y'all don't like her anyways. Don't act like she was a part of the big three gang. Like, she wasn't gang. Who cares if she wants to be friends with Fauna or not? It was weird. It was almost as if they were trying to like check her, like, oh, you friends with Fauna now? You friends with Fauna? Like, what does it matter? You guys didn't want her part of your group anyways. But Tavii Babii, she checked that real quick though. She was like, if I want to be friends with anybody, I can. You guys missed that whole memo when she told LCK that same thing. Okay, LCK was mad because she dapped Cole Killer. Tavii Babie's gonna do what she wants to do, all right? You can't tell her who to be friends with and who to dap and who to talk to and who to laugh with. Oh my gosh. So on the other bus, they're asking Choco what happened between her and Rican, and Choco is low-key funny. Like, Choco said, and I don't think the girls understood the joke because they're such heathens. Choco was like, okay, Rika said like, y'all need to keep your names out of my mouth. And Choco said, am I a monk? Because I ain't never said anything like at all. And none of the girls laughed. Like, low-key, I was like, oh my God, they're too slow to understand that. Choco said, then, okay, Rika said something about my wig. So like, we just had to fight after that. It's like, you talking about me now? And she's in her confessionals and she's literally like, I don't even know nothing about K Rican. All I know is that this girl is missing a tooth. And that made me laugh, I'm not gonna lie. Between Choco and Rican, I don't know, I personally feel like it was Rican's fault, because in that wine scene, literally Rican, she was like, everybody wants to use this as a storyline, and Choco literally asked her, she was like, when you say everybody, me, like, and Rican did say, no, I'm not talking about you. And then Choco just like kind of reaffirmed it. She was like, oh, okay, because you were like going like this and you kind of you stepped towards me and pointed when you said everybody. So I just wanted to make sure. And then after that, K Rican got really smart. Like, she opened her mouth and was like, was you lying? Was you doing this? Was you talking about us? Then I ain't talking to you. Like, the way she came at her, I was like, oh, whoa. It went from just regular conversation to Rican. I feel like Rican took it to that next level. So low-key, I feel like that was Rican's fault. Choco Brown did what she needed to do. But the classy girl that she is, she was like, it's over right now. That's it. Like, it was no real beef from the beginning. I just felt disrespected and we had to squash it out. And I'm like, there you go. We're not gonna make this ongoing pointless beef trying to drag it out for the rest of the season. But yeah, but apparently she still wants to fight DTB. So there's that. So we're back to the other bus with Tavii Babii and Big Lex, and they're still arguing. Dolly is also in there trying to argue. They start talking about the chain. I'm like, what is this conversation? This is such a stupid conversation. I really couldn't even understand what they were saying, because they were kind of halfway talking about stuff that happened off camera, and then the chain, and then Tavii Babie's like standing up. She's like, listen, I did my shit. This is why I got the chain. This is why I got the chain. And if you did it, it would have been your, like, it's just like, yeah, low-key, I feel like Natalie gave it to her because she was being a follower in the beginning. I understand why she didn't give it to Dolly. The whole point was that, you know, she was trying to give it to somebody new to show them love. Dolly and Natalie are like super close. So it's like the chain doesn't really mean anything because Dolly got Natalie. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, okay, so they're both stood up on this little bus. They're literally like this close to each other. I'm just like, ugh, why do you want to stand that close to somebody that you're arguing with? All just breath is all up on each other's face. Like, they're literally yelling. Lex is literally like this, you know, using her hands a lot. I ate the mic. She even said in her confessional, she said, this is how I talk. If you don't know me, this is how I talk. And I'm like, okay, girl, but like, it comes off a little aggressive. I'm not gonna lie. It does, especially when you're arguing with somebody. If you do this, people are gonna think that you're trying to hit them, you know? So all I hear is Big Lex say, cause you didn't want that. Cause you didn't want that. And Tavii Babii said, from you? And Big Lex said, yes. And then all of a sudden, Tavii Babii said, boo. And she hit Big Lex. And I was like, oh, shoot. I ain't gonna lie, between Big Lex and Tavii Babii, I like Big Lex better. Like, let's just make things clear. But I won't be biased. I did feel like Big Lex kind of started with her. This was a very weird argument. Like, it just came out of nowhere. Why do you care that she was talking to Fauna? What the hell? You do hear Tavii Babii say something about like doing this for TV shit. So like, there's another thing, because Big Lex is always accused of doing shit for TV, which I feel like all of them do shit for TV though. So it's just like weird. I don't feel like that's fair to just single Lex out on that. Damn, that was a crazy fight. So all of a sudden, when Tavii Babii here, you just see Big Lex, boom, 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 boom. Y'all, the whole bus was shaking. It was like, it was crazy. These two gigantic women just fighting at each other. I feel like Big Lex took that. Like, I really do. I feel like Big Lex was connecting a lot more than Tavii Babii. Like, it was crazy. Security tried to get in the middle. You see Tavii Babii come from up top like Superman. She's like, boom, 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 boom. Like, it was crazy. It literally looked like an earthquake was happening. The cameras was shaking like oh no. And I think Dolly might have snuck in a couple hits too at the end there. Dolly, stop doing that shit. It's so annoying. Stop trying to jump in on Lex's fights of all people. I can understand Summer. No, you know what? Because Summer was actually doing pretty good this season. Just stop jumping in, girl. Whoa, I think Bad Dolly snatched her chain. Bad Dolly is like, huh? And she shows the chain on camera. That's fucked up. Like, she didn't even have it for a day. She was so emotional when she got that chain too. Like, the girl was like crying. Like, she won the Olympic gold medal. They had a whole like medal ceremony and everything, and then you just gonna rip it off, break it. She broke it. Damn, that's so mean. Why you do that, Dolly? Tavii Babii standing up at the back of the bus. She's like, all day, every day. They're like, shut up. They spray some liquor, I think, on her face. It falls all over her. It is so embarrassing when somebody like pours water or sprays liquor or whatever all over you, because you just look like you lost. Like, no matter what you do, all you can do is just be like, yeah, I love it. yeah, I love it, give me some more. It's just like embarrassing. Her face is wet, her clothes are wet, everything. So anyways, back to the other us. K Regan is asking everybody how they feel about Tavii getting the Baddies chain. I'm really kind of like, why does everybody keep calling her Tavii? Because she said in her confessionals her name is Tavii Babii, so I'm wondering why everybody on the show is calling her Tavii. I don't know, but obviously she doesn't care, because she would have corrected them like Fauna did, you know. So the pretty three is just keeping it cute, and they're like, yeah, we feel like she deserved her chain, and I completely disagree, and this is why. I feel like from the very beginning, Tavii Babii was kind of being a follower of Natalie Nunn, and that's the only reason why she got it. Because in the beginning, Tavii Babii came in there trying to start shit with DTB. When Natalie and DTB were going back and forth online, Tavii Babii pretty much jumped on the bandwagon, and she was, you know, trying to fight and trying to be against DTB. And then she tried to lie and be like, I just did that because I was trolling you, just like you troll everybody, DTB. But it's like, no, you weren't trolling. That's very convenient that you're trolling, but exactly the things you're saying is exactly what Natalie Nunn is saying. Like, that's why from the very beginning, she rubbed me the wrong way. And I wasn't like, I didn't really like Tavii Babii because she just seemed like another follower of Natalie Nunn. She didn't seem like she had her own voice. But yeah, like then as the show went on, like she started to get into her own beefs and stuff. And like she did always handle her business. So I give her that. But it was just like that very beginning that threw me off on her. And then it pans to the other bus. Tavii Babii saying something like, I'm from Jersey and her best friend. All of a sudden, Tavii Babii gets up and reaches across the bus. Ooh, boom! Tries to hit Big Lex. I'm like, just wait until y'all get off of the bus. So why do so many baddies insist on fighting on the itty bitty tiny bus? Like, this is just crazy. Damn, Lex gets up. She starts trying to hit her. You just hear Rolly say, leave the lights alone. It's looking like a disco club in there. Like, it's going dark. There's green lights. It's flashing everywhere. Like, Lex is trying to swing on Tavii Babii. It's just crazy. Craziness is happening. Somebody literally said, we played Star Wars in this bitch. That was funny. The light, what the fuck is that thing called? The lifesaver? The lifesaver? I don't know. I never watched Star Wars, but I know what the fuck they're talking about. That's what it looked like. Lightsaber. The whole time you just hear people screaming, Russian cream is screaming, put the lightsabers up, put the lightsabers up. We're not doing Star Wars. I don't want to get shocked. And you just hear Rolly, let me out, let me out. Like, oh my gosh, Rolly sounds like she was in the middle of World War III. Like the way this girl was screaming to be let out. So they transitioned to Natalie Nunn. She's standing outside of the Baddies Africa Hotel. Did y'all see that? On the actual hotel, it said Baddies Africa. And Natalie's doing a dance outside of the hotel. I'm like, Natalie, no, wrong. Read the room. We're not dancing right now. We literally fighting. Natalie in the middle of saying, Baddie, what happened? Rolly said, no, cut that shit out right now. Ain't no baddies, ain't no baddie shot o'clock. I'm getting beat up on and I ain't even do shit, you know. So Rolly is just like telling Natalie what happened. She's like, Tavii Babii and Big Lex and Dolly are fighting, and then LCK and Russian Cream just sat there doing nothing. Why is she trying to like low-key clock Russian Cream and LCK for not doing anything? It would have turned into a brawl. What were they supposed to do on the bus? Huh? And then I didn't get that. It felt like Rolly was kind of being shady with that comment. But then like it pans to the actual van. It's still chaos happening. Like the girls can't even get off the van. You just see Dolly still trying to fight with Tavii Babii in there. Apparently Tavii Babii had her bonnet on. I'm just like, ew. That's just disgusting to me. It's like, especially them, they be wearing wigs all the time. Their braids underneath always look crusty. I mean, no offense. I like Dolly. I'm sure she's a clean girl, but like, no, I would not do that. I guess Tavii Babii said, you got my chain, I'm gonna take your bonnet. It's like Tavii Babii literally is in the confessionals talking about bad Dolly is corny and needs her jolly green giant to fight. And I'm like, you look like the Jolly Green Giant in this confessional. I mean, it was just when she said Jolly Green Giant, I almost choked on my tea. I was like, no, you're not calling Big Lex that. Dolly has her shirt off. Her titties are all out. I'm like, oh, it's just so classless. So classless. Like, come on, Dolly. You are one of the girls that know how to do fashion. You know how to beat your face. You know how to slay a wig. Like, you know how to really put an outfit together head to toe. Perfection. Like professional, you know know what I'm saying? Like, I just want so much more for Dolly. I just see her as like having so much class, but she's just out here waving her titties like without no shirt and no care in the world. Everybody's literally begging her to put her shirt on. I'm like, me too. I'm like, put your shirt on, girl. Like, you just look so trashy. I don't want you to look like that. She sees Tavii Babii standing up there wearing her bonnet, looking like this, and Dolly got mad, so she ran up. She said, boo, boo, boo. God, they started fighting. Dolly got her real good though in the beginning. She hit her so hard, Tavii Babii like fell out of the bus and then still started fighting. But you know, Tavii Babii tried to swing back, but security kind of got in the middle of that. So now Big Lex and Tavii Babii square up because Lex is not finished. She was like, I want my lick back for you hitting me on the bus. And I completely understand. Like, there you go. Yes, you did. You hit her first. So Big Lex has every right now. Damn. Oh my God. Oh my God, that was so embarrassing. Oh, you poor baby. Big Legs, she say boom, 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 boom. Oh my God. She clocked the shit out of Tavii Babii. Damn, like a couple times it looked like Tavii Babii was about to fall. And then she got that one good hit, boom, right in the back. Tavii Babii went flying. She was like Superman. She went flying to the floor. I'm about to eat my microphone. Damn. I was like, okay. All right. Go Big Lex. Big Lex she's still going. She's like, get up. Ooh, if it was me, I'd be like, no, I'm done. That's it. I've learned my lesson. You are not about to whoop my ass like that and make me fall to the ground, okay? It's all up and everything. Nope. You got it. It's okay. You win. Oh no, I don't know. I just feel like it's okay sometimes to just admit that you can't beat somebody. These girls feel so hard that they have to prove something all the time. Ooh, yeah, that second round didn't go any better for Tavii Babii. Oh, that poor thing. Tavii Babii is so big and she looks strong that I thought she would be able to do a little bit better than what she did with Big Lex. But at the same time, I also got to remember Tavii Babie's older. I don't know her exact age, but I'm pretty sure this girl is in her 30s, maybe even late 30s. And Lex is like 23, 22. So like, yeah, trying to fight a girl that young, kudos. I gotta give Tavii Babii some credit. Because Lex is in her prime, baby. Prime. And she's an athlete. Not a fake athlete. A real one. Credit and kudos for trying. But damn, Big Lex beat her ass. Like, damn. When Big Lex hits, one hit, like, makes a person, like they stumble just from her hits. It's crazy. I'm like, damn, all that basketball practice has come in handy. I know Big Lex is happy she was playing basketball in college. Like, that shit made her so strong. It kind of looked like Tavii Babii might have been bleeding too in the mouth, which is like, how you can do that to her? You can even let her have 24 hours of enjoying her chain though. No, Big Lex had nothing to do with the chain, so let me not say that. That was Dolly. What? All of a sudden Rolly's like, Natalie, them two need to go. Talking about LCK and Russian Cream, and Russian Cream is like, I have something to say. Wait, no, I have something to say. Like, wait, what? Why do they need to go? Because they didn't jump into the fight? Please make this make sense. Yeah, it's exactly what I said. Rolly is tripping. She literally wanted either LCK or Russian Cream to jump in and help Tavii Babii because Tavii Babii got jumped. My thing is like, okay, I understand because that's her friends, all right? That's her friends. That's that last trio that doesn't have a name because they're not really a trio, you know? But yeah, Rolly's tripping right here. Big Lex drinking her water bottle. Like, you could just tell this girl is an athlete. Even the way she drank her water bottle. Like, she looked like she was playing sports. This is a sport for her. It is. Damn, okay. So Dahlia is like, what's up, Tavii Babii? Come get your chain. Come get your chain. Tavii Babii runs up and they start fighting. That was actually like a real good fight. I mean, not good like that, but I mean, they were pretty equal. Like, in the beginning, they were both getting hits in, like directly on the head too, both of them. Boom, boom. There was a certain point where Dolly started uppercutting, and that's where I feel like Dolly got the upper hand just a little bit, because after that Tavii Babii was hitting her, but it was kind of like on her body, you know. They were equally matched, and I'm shocked because they are not equally matched in size or weight or height. I really do feel like that was a tie. If anything, I would give it to Dolly just for them uppercuts. Those were some clean uppercuts. Oh my God, Dolly's face. This girl is leaking, not just leaking, like her mouth is literally covered in blood. Her face is covered in blood. Half of her face is literally red. And I was looking at that fight. I honestly thought that fight was a tie, but after seeing Dolly's face, I'm gonna have to give that to Tavii Babii. damn, Tavii Babii whooped the shit out of her. That is crazy. I don't think anybody's face ever looked this bad after a fight in Baddies before, right? I don't think we've ever seen that much blood before in a fight. Wait, I want to see Tavii Babie's face now though too. Okay, but anyways, so they're about to go inside and all of a sudden DTB's like, wait, Natalie, before we go inside, I got my sneakers on today. Everybody's like, huh? Including me. I say, huh? You want to fight Natalie? This is really coming out of left field, DTB. I know y'all had like drama going back and forth. I know you feel like Natalie set up that whole room situation. I know all of that. But the timing, DTB, I think she's just really bad with timing. This was really weird. And then Choco Brown steps up in front of Natalie. Oh, was it only me or did I thought DTB was trying to fight Natalie? I guess she was just saying in general, like, I want to fight. But anyways, Choco Brown came from behind and she said, you want to fight? Let's go. She started squaring up. Choco Brown came. She was hidden. DTB was backing up though. She said, who? Like Choco Brown missed a couple times, but then when she landed him, she landed him. And Ivory came really fast from behind and I said, somebody better get Ivory's big. Stop, girl. Oh my God. I got so irritated. Like somebody better grab Ivory. And she's in the background yelling. I'm sorry. This is making me not like Ivory at all. Like she just does way too much. To me, she's more annoying than Dolly. She is. At least Dolly is not hoorah ha 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 like every time somebody fights. I don't care. I said it. You know what? To be honest, that angle kind of make it look like Choco Brown won. But when I watched it in slow motion, I think Diamond might have got more connects. Like I think Diamond actually made contact more times than Choco Brown. Choco Brown missed the first two, but then DTB did get her right in her face. And then after that, it's just like you can't really tell. DTB's back is to the camera, so whenever your back is to the camera, you can't see what that person is doing. So it always kind of looks like the other person's winning. But yeah, so I'm gonna just say I think DTB took that just slightly. Yeah, after that, DTB's talking shit. She's like, look at your eye. Your eye is closed. Your eye is closed. It's like, that's from the last time when you snuck her. So I wouldn't brag, DTB. Like, I wouldn't brag. Even though you did much better this round, I don't think you really like just beat her like that for you to be bragging and talking shit. And Ivory is literally laughing and kikiing with her. But yeah, she's like, let your eye heal and then we'll fight. Let it heal first and then we'll fight. Like, damn. So they square up again. Ivory is like, I'm not gonna jump nobody. I'm not gonna jump nobody. I'm like, thank you. Somebody finally said something to her. I don't know who said it, but thank you. Ivory is, be patient, be patient, be patient. Diamond is like backing up. And then like DTB say, bing, 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 bing. It started like hitting her on the head. I will say, to me, it did look like DTB took that again. And Ivory is just still being annoying. Even though she's not physically jumping in, she's still standing there like 2 feet away from them. Okay, break it up. They're crawling each other's face. Break it up. Oh my God, Ivory, girl. And if I was Choco Brown, I would want to fight Ivory too, because you don't need to be doing all of that. Like, ugh. So yeah, I feel like DTB took that one too. And apparently it's not only me that feels that way, because Choco Brown is in her confessionals basically admitting that she lost. She was like, alcohol got the best of me. I thought I was just invincible because I was just giving her my eyes, and now I got 2 black eyes, which is just another way of saying like, I lost. All right, so they finally go into the hotel. It looks so nice. I'm like, damn, did y'all rent out like a whole hotel? Because that's what it looks like. And they put the Baddies Africa logo everywhere. It's really nice, but I still think that the first house in Cape Town was nicer. That first house was just like, oh, my dream house. Modern, big, white, beautiful. Like, but yeah, this one is really, really nice too. So they show everybody getting into their rooms. Russian Cream looked like they might have played her because she cannot find her name on any of the doors, and I'm like, that's actually fucked up if y'all did that to her. They want her to try to fight for a room. But then it actually shows Tavii Babii, who also has her own room. I was saying earlier, I want to see her face, and her face looks up too. Her lip does look like it was bleeding, and she's holding an ice pack to her head area. Tavii Babie's mad, talking about y'all need a storyline. Y'all want to fight me for nothing. This is just a storyline. I'm like, you mean the same way that you came in trying to fight DTB? You used DTB for a storyline? Like, you could go tit for tat with that one. Oh, so Russian Cream is talking to the big three. It looks like Russian Cream's trying to get up in their gang. She's over Tavii Babii. She's like, Tavii Babie's fake. Every time I see her, she's off camera trying to talk to Fauna, trying to be cool with Fauna, trying trying to with Fauna. Then it shows Rolly trying to check LCK, talking about you definitely should have jumped in for Tavii Babii. You shouldn't have let her get jumped because Tavii Babii fought for you. And you know what? I actually do agree with that. I forgot about that. Tavii Babii did fight the pretty three girls for LCK. So I do feel like LCK, you could have been a better friend and had her back and at least just didn't let her get tag team like that. Rolly said she got jumped multiple times. I actually do agree with Rolly's point right here. Even though they fell out because Tavii Babii was trying to dap up Cold Killer, you know, it seems like Tavii Babii is really just, she's not sticking with the trio thing. She's trying to be friends with multiple people and is making people feel some type of way. But LCK Baby laughed because she said, Rolly, I can't break up the fight. I can't even see out of my left eye right now. Who hired this girl to be on Baddies? Loki is kind of funny. You know what? It's kind of giving me, you know, Annie from BGC4. LCK is like an African version of her. That's what it is. Well, Rolly said you didn't even help Octavia. Is that her real name, Octavia? See, I was right calling her Tavii. It's not Tavii. I keep hearing everybody on social media and even them in the show calling her Tavii. It's Tavii. And Octavia is actually a pretty name. I wish she would have just went by Octavia. Woo! Rolly clocked the shit out of Elsie. She said, I like you, but you serve no purpose here. And I agree. I said it many times. LCK is not a baddie. To me, she just seems like a spoiled brat, like a spoiled African kid who grew up rich, never got past the age mentality of a 5-year-old. That's what LCK is to me. But then here, this is where I disagree with Rolly because she's like, you and Russian Cream, like, you just don't like Russian Cream because y'all fought. But Russian Cream actually, at least she stands on business. At least she defends herself. Like, at least she actually does stick up for herself. She's not like LCK. Stop trying to make that comparison. Ugh. Then Rolly goes to Russian Cream and she's trying to check Russian Cream too. I agree with Russian Cream. It's called mind your business, Rolly. Why are you trying to be in between this? You don't have a storyline this season. So now you're trying to just be this like moderator and neutral person trying to talk to different people in fights, trying to calm people down, but you're not neutral. And that's why you can't have this role, ma'am. So just mind your business. What are the last episodes she was trying to break her neck looking like an African auntie eavesdropping on the people. Like, what did you say? What? Like, you have not let up on Russian Cream since she's been here, since the first day that she's been here. Even Natalie is trying to get in on this and make Russian Cream feel bad for not sticking up to Tavii Babii. I'm like, when did this become about teams? This was never how Baddies was. And I'm glad Russian Cream said it. She said, I stand up for myself. Like, hello, that's what it is. I'm not obligated to stand up for nobody. These people are not real friends. Okay, that's why I'm saying that. Real friend for real in real life, like, I get it. These are not real friends. You cannot be real friends with somebody that you just met for just a week. It hasn't been that long. Like, come on. I understand Russian Cream 100%, and I disagree with Natalie and Rolly right now. As Natalie is talking to Russian Cream, Choco Brown's gonna come in there with a ski mask on. I said, what the hell? I guess she doesn't want to show her black eyes. I was like, oh my god, you are too funny. Tavii Babii must have heard everything going on because she comes up to Russian Cream, she grabs her, she's like, come on, let's have a conversation because we're not about to do this. You being stupid right now. Russian Cream was like, are you gonna let me talk? Because like, if you're not gonna let me talk, then that's it. So they start talking. Tavii Babii cuts her off. Russian Cream literally starts walking away, and then Tavii Babii grabs her. She said, oh. I was like, whoa, no, don't put your hands on nobody. So whoop, Russian Cream didn't do nothing though. Oh, I don't know about that. She kind of played you. But yeah, she's just like, let me talk. I am gonna let you talk, but you're not gonna disrespect me. You're not gonna be fake. You're not gonna be. And I understand like Tavii Babii, because I hate when somebody says like, let me talk, but then what they're saying is a lie, or what they're saying is completely false. No, I'm not gonna let you talk. I will not listen to lies. That's when I agree with like cutting someone off. Like, shut up. Nope. If you're not gonna speak the truth, you don't get to speak at all. But I don't know in this situation who's lying or not, because it's happening off camera. Everything's happening off camera. Apparently, Tavii Babii is the fakest friend ever, because off camera she's trying to be BFFs with all of her ops, all of Russian Cream's ops, all of LCK's ops, all of the ops. Tavii Babii asked her, why didn't you jump in when they jumped me on the bus? And Russian Cream said, because I don't know where we stand. Tavii Babii said, got it, you're fake. Russian Cream walks out and she throws something. And it's just funny because Russian Cream said, you missed. I don't know, because I understand both sides of the story. I understand if they feel like they're friends with Tavii and Tavii's constantly off camera trying to talk with Fauna and Kokilla and like, you know, all the people that they're not cool with. I understand them feeling some type of way about that. But at the same time, I also understand Tavii Babii feeling feeling like I got jumped though. This wasn't just somebody talking. Physically, people put their hands on me and y'all did nothing. You could have at least tried to break up the fight. I really understand both sides here. Oh shit, what's happening? Hold on. All right, transitions to the next scene. We're in the middle of a fight. Like, this is the second or third time this has happened. We don't know how this fight started. Once again, they must fight while the cameras are not filming, and then they're like, hurry, get the cameras, and all you see is shaky footage, and you hear like, okay, this is really dumb. I guess what happened was Fauna was getting her hair done, and Dolly came had a problem with that and said, why are you getting your hair done? It sounded like she was gonna say first, but it was kind of cut off. That made the whole problem of them arguing and stuff. Dolly's having some elitist attitude. She's like, why are they getting their hair done first? They're new. How dare you give them hair and glam and makeup before us? Rican is gonna say in the confessional, like, even off camera, this Dolly still wants to talk shit. You're just proving in that statement that Dolly's real, that she doesn't switch up on camera. Off camera or on camera, she gonna talk shit. So, well, apparently Natalie agrees with Dolly. Dolly said we should get our hair done first and then they next. And Natalie is like, yeah. Uh-oh. I don't know about that. Y'all just need to hire more hair and makeup people. Why is there only like one person going around trying to do everybody's hair? So Natalie goes to talk to the Pretty Three and Pretty P is there too. And I'm like, Natalie, are you going to tell them that they need to wait? Because you did tell Dolly that they need to wait. Somehow I doubt Natalie's going to say that though. But Cold Killer is like, bitch, we got real hair in. And she like goes like that to her hair. And I say, wait, is that your real hair, Cold Killer? Is it? Because you actually have long, nice hair. A lot of these baddies actually have long, nice hair and they never wear it. Apparently there was two people. I'm reacting as I'm watching the show, okay? So like I said, I didn't get the full story there. But yeah, Natalie came in there just trying to be messy. It seemed like she wanted Fauna to get up and fight Dolly because she was like, listen, this is what it is. Dolly said she punked you out that chair. You don't have your hair finished and now she's getting her hair done. So like, what you gonna do about it? Fauna is like, absolutely not. That's not what happened. There was two people. Like, oh, that literally changes the whole story. Fauna is actually the best fighter out of the Pretty Three. Like, Fauna is a heavy hitter. So I just really doubt that she's scared of Dolly running away from her. Nah. Fauna is like, I am classy. I do everything I do with respect. And I'm like, exactly. And you're educated too. That's why I like you. An educated, classy, smart baddie with hands. Okay, so anyways, now they're getting ready to have a talent show in the house. This just reminded me of season 1, Baddies Atlanta, when they tried to do the talent show with Sarah and Sydney, and when Sarah was twerking and Sydney Star was making fun of her. Like, I'm like, what kind of talent show this gonna be? Do these girls actually have talents or not? Natalie's talking to DTB and Rolly, and Natalie is like, whoever wins, I have $5,000 for them. But DTB's gonna say $5,000. Like, DTB makes me laugh so hard because I'm like, DTB, shut up. You know that does not impress you. DTB's rich, y'all. She has money. She has a lot of money. She's very successful, but like, she just like, I don't know. Her reactions are like some of the funniest. Like, she always makes me laugh so hard. First up for the talent show is Choco Brown. Choco Brown gets up on the mic. She's like, this song is for all the bad black bitches in the house. They're like, yay. I don't know why my eyes went immediately to Big Lex and Russian Cream. I know they're part black, but still, I'm like, black? Whoa. Choco Brown can sing. What? I did not expect that. Like, yeah, she can actually sing. There was no music, no nothing. So it was just her voice. And she actually did pretty good. I think she has a really nice singing voice and talking voice. That was really good. Okay, so K Rican is next. And I thought she was performing a song, but apparently this girl was freestyling. And me personally, I thought she did good because I thought it was a real song. It was just like completely opposite vibes of Choco Brown. Choco Brown was like, you know, trying to uplift black people. She's like, bad black bitch, we're tough and we're strong all day long. And then, you know, K Rican came up next. She's like, pop that, yeah, let me get that bread. Pop, pop. It was just like completely opposite vibes, but both of them were good in different ways, I guess. To me, she sounded really good. And she bust that split for us too. Boom, boom. DTB goes on stage, her goofy ass. She puts on a ski mask talking about, I'm gonna do some poetry and spoken word. Like, what? I'm about to line these up. Crack their faces like, what's up? Oh, you mad? Bitch, nuck if you bug. Like, I don't know. It was funny. And Ivory is literally being the biggest cheerleader ever. Ivory loves DTB so much. You can tell. She's such a mom. Ivory is acting like such a mom. She's like, yeah, that's my baby. Natalie's gonna call up Cold Killer next, but Natalie says K Killer. I want K Killer to go next. Oh, Natalie, shade. It's Cold Killer. Cold Killer, Natalie. That just proves that you do not give a shit about these new girls. You don't even know her name by now. Y'all in a whole nother city. Damn. Gosh, Cold Killer comes up. She starts popping her shit. Like, she's like, it's only one song. I got 30 million views. Look it up. Oh, what? You can't find it? Yeah, it's there. 30 million views. Like, it was the way she got up. Like, literally, you were talking at DTV the whole time. You just didn't say her name. So I understand DTV when she stood up. DTV said, it's a real baddie party. You cannot get in. And I was on DTV's side because I was like, why did you come on stage acting like that? You should have just went on there and started performing your song. Like, Cold Killer was doing a little bit too much roo-rah for me. Damn, the whole time Cold Killer is trying to perform her song, DTV's in the background performing her and Tinka's song. We can just hear DTV's voice. Her voice is so loud. Like, you, Cold Killer, came to that stage just doing way too much. And you look stupid right now trying to out sing over DTV yelling. Just, I don't know. But if she would have stopped, she would have looked like a punk too. So I don't know what she was supposed to do. So apparently they were having technical difficulties. So Cold Killer had to do an acapella. I feel like every other girl did better than her acapella. It was like sometimes her voice sounded like it was cracking. It's like Cold Killer ho! Like, I don't know. That's her style, I think. Like, she does that on purpose, but it was a little screechy at times. So Natalie's like, wait, I just want to know who dropped the song first. And they're like, Cold Killer. And like, yeah, it was Cold Killer. But DTB says, no, call Tinkerbella. And Natalie does. And apparently she's like, everybody, it's Tinka. And then like the episode ends and we see the previews for the next episode. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of miss her, even though Tinka was always doing way too much. And like, her humor was not for me. She's very performative. Like she's like a hoo hoo hee, look at me, like that type of person. She's still entertaining to me. She's just not like, for me, my style of funny. I like more like sarcastic, witty people, you know? But I'm not gonna lie, when they said her name, I was like, wait, I kind of want to see her. Where is she? That's the previews for the next episode. So we're just gonna end it right here.